something that is thought-provoking, something that Texas climbers haven't seen before. This is the kids' walls. Okay. That and there is the birthday party room you were just in.
Yeah.
This here is the mezzanine, part of the mezzanine, so parents can watch, etc.
Cool. What's gonna be under here? Just
under here, locker rooms, and yeah, so you'll be able to go through things. There's also the fitness studios, and I don't want it to be just interesting in the higher grades, which it sometimes ends up being. I want every grade to have something that's interesting for the climbers of that grade. Climbing that's going to teach them how to progress, climbing that's going to be really fun, climbing that's going to be interesting, climbing that's going to hopefully just make them want to climb more. And yeah, these are going to be yoga studios on the far side, fitness area, and this is like a fitness studio.
God, I haven't seen it yet.
So many of those downstairs.
Yeah, beautiful.
Mini
So the Austin Bouldering Project is cool because it is the brother or sister of the Seattle Bouldering Project, and Seattle Bouldering Project in the US has sort of reinvented bouldering gyms and what they bring to climbing community in terms of the style of climbing and the sort of aesthetics of it all.
There's more kind of corners and angles and big prows than any gym I've ever seen, and then the combination of the volumes and these new huge holds is going to be like insane.
Flat walls where you can put huge volume situations, and then there's walls that are curvy and you have to work with your feet, and kind of the wall demands a certain sort of movement. So the opening set sort of tries to utilize the wall space and set boulders that are specific to that dimension.
I wanted to bring people in that knew what to do at an opening set, and so that was why I pushed really hard to have Florian and Thibaut and even Travis at the very beginning come in, because they're very experienced with doing this kind of bigger project.
The idea was to be able to make sure all the different circuits are consistent, all the different grades were spread in the different walls.
I try to help Christine.
We have all these holds, they're on the boxes, they need to come out of the boxes. We also need to make sure that all of our volumes that we can use are clean and ready to be used. Yeah, somewhere up in this gap or up by the roof.
It's literally more than any of, like, I've never seen. This is all the holds I've ever seen times 10. Very cool. And not just in quantity, in styles, in like little subtle varieties and changes, and like things like they just press select all, add to cart, check out.
Second day, we wanted to do volumes. I wanted it to be a certain number of volume only climbs in the gym.
This is the first one that we're starting. It's early in the morning. It's 8:15, I hope, maybe 8:20. We're just getting used to the walls, getting used to brand new volumes and new screws, new drill bits. It's a lot of new stuff, so there's going to be a little trial and error going on, and hopefully very little cursing and very little anger.
Trying to see where to put volume.
Make a volume climb set with only volumes. It's V0, so it's a little bit of a challenge to find the right volumes and the right angles to make it like really friendly to every climber.
here we go.
I do a lot of USA climbing comps, so most of those competitions are you have a set group, or like nationals will be you got a group for this category, a group for that category. Maybe you switch around through the categories, but typically you're in small teams for the most part.
Splash of orange rising from the green. It's beautiful, really. A metaphor for life.
Looks like turn a little bit.
Goes pointing down a little bit.
Yeah, so I like this lower than this. So be something here. Either triangle, something grab.
All the volume routes look sick. I don't know if you've gone and looked at Jeff's thing, but it's super pretty. And then that thing's gonna be hilarious looking. It looks like a dinosaur in my mind. I'm going for flowers right now, because this is kind of going to be one of the first things people see when they walk in through that corridor. Bull running is, once you've set up a problem, it's like a rough draft.
We're gonna start forerunning all of the volume problems and make adjustments according to the grade level.
He's a good kid. These are all like, oh, I'm scared, Mom.
The person that sets it might be super excited about it, but when more eyes see it, the more information you have about it and the more ideas you have on how to make it better.
T'es assis sur le pied, du coup tu peux faire ça. Ok. Et après tu montes le pied. Ok.
Everyone as a group gets on the problems, gets it to the grade it's supposed to be, gets the movement to be something interesting. That is actually the majority of our setting days. We set for maybe 3-4 hours in the morning, and then we've been forerunning for 5, 6, 7 hours at night.
250 problems doesn't really
Last time I talked,
seem like a ton of problems. And can you imagine setting that whole gym in 2 weeks? Like the amount of work that takes? That's putting into perspective.
That is so much.
You today setting the east wall / FS1, so it's going to be 2 boulders we're responsible for. I have a distribution for what colors and what problems have to go on which wall, but I don't know where on the wall they're going to go, and we're trying to avoid situations where all of the hard problems are in one area and all of the easy problems are in another area.
Should be okay for...
Almost hold it all.
For V1 vertical face, I'm gonna try, I don't know, a little slopey. Like good holds, but not too good.
Look at this.
I think it might be the right difficulty.
Yeah.
It's a little, it's awkward.
Yeah.
Just a little, the feet are... Yeah.
Maybe.
I think the most important fact or part of setting team, and especially in a big set like this where there's a lot going on and there's a lot of problems that have to go up and a bunch of people that have never worked with each other, is having a team that is capable of working with each other and is interested in doing so. So teamwork is very, very important, I think, in any setting situation, but especially here right now. So we try to bring in as many people as are really interested.
It was super fun sitting with Chad. He can be super serious, but in 1 second he can turn completely crazy. And that's very good because when we are tired a little bit, it's very good to laugh.
Working with Tebow, he works a lot slower and methodically, and I'm kind of like a tornado, like shaking holds and
Crimpy. Well then.
so we work very differently, but working with him's great because you learn how to trust your feet and how to actually think about the rock climb.
So what I want is, I want like a foot squeezy that's gonna be like super high, like awkward, like super awkward. Your feet are high, your hands are under clings, you have to rely on your feet, but they like don't face the right way, so you have to squeeze them to be able to stay.
What is I can't fit in that box.
That's better.
Oh. That's better.
And then just like a horrifying scramble to the top.
It's different. It's different. A lot of people here in Texas do a lot of powerful climbing, so that's kind of the style that we all kind of trend to. But it's different using the volumes in the different ways. It's pretty cool.
You toe and...
You just jump?
No, I smear left foot, bring my right foot, I don't know where exactly, and go.
Press, 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 nice.
Okay, for the grade, that's enough.
I love working with Florian. We don't want to just churn out something that's going to be gobble, 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 consumed up. We want people to put as much effort into climbing these things as we are into setting them, and he puts a lot of effort into his setting, and I've learned to take my time more from that a little bit.
My hope for the set is that we will produce a gym full of climbs that are consistent across the grades, the colors, but more than that, we want something that is going to bring a whole new style of climbing to Texas.